Thank you for joining me in Oman, a mysterious Islamic country where deserts, oceans, and ancient stories blend together like another world. I hope this little journey has brought you the feeling of opening your soul, touching new things, and nurturing your desire to explore. I wish you on every upcoming trip always encounter unexpected beauty, kind people, and moments that make your heart light up. If you love cultural journeys and want to continue exploring exotic lands in the world, don't forget to subscribe to the Map Humanity channel to accompany me. And don't forget to leave a positive comment, a wish, a gentle feeling to spread beautiful energy to everyone. I wish you always find miracles on every step. Oman, a special Islamic country, a land that just by setting foot in, you will immediately feel the difference compared to many other Middle Eastern countries. Oman is not noisy, not extreme. There are no images that make tourists worry. On the contrary, this is one of the safest and friendliest countries in the world. And it is that safety that makes Oman stand out in a region that is often viewed with many prejudices. When exploring Oman, you will see something interesting. Tradition and modernity coexist in every breath. Ancient temples, century-old fortresses stand next to brand-new, clean, peaceful urban areas. Omani people preserve long-standing Islamic cultural values, but at the same time live with an open, calm spirit and are very respectful of visitors from afar. It is this blend that helps Oman maintain its identity, while still bringing a pleasant feeling to visitors. In terms of geographical location, Oman is located in an extremely important position in the Middle East. To the east is the deep blue Arabian Sea. To the north is the Gulf of Oman, the gateway to international sea routes, and surrounding are Yemen, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates. Thanks to its location between the sea and the desert, Oman has become a natural bridge of trade, of movement, and of cultural flows since thousands of years ago. Oman's area is about 309,000 km², almost the same as Vietnam. But what surprises many people is that their population is just over 5 million people, a very modest number compared to this vast land. And what's even more interesting is that most of the population growth in recent years has come from migrant workers. India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and there are even Vietnamese people working here. That diversity creates a colorful demographic picture. Indigenous people with deep traditions. Immigrants bring with them the culture of their homeland, and all of it blends together, creating an Oman that is both traditional and international, and retains the Islamic spirit, but is still open to the world. When mentioning Oman, the first thing that comes to many people's minds is the image of a land shaped by desert and sea. A fascinating contrast, a beauty that is both harsh and gentle. Going deep into the territory of Oman, you will see vast deserts stretching to the horizon. Here, the sand changes color according to the sunlight. In the morning, it is pale yellow. In the afternoon, it turns to bright orange. And when the sun sets, the desert becomes a picture of pink and red, so beautiful that it makes people stand still. Underneath that seemingly endless layer of sand, Oman owns large oil fields, contributing to the prosperity of this country. But Oman is not only desert. Head towards the sea and you will encounter a completely different Oman. A green, pleasant and vibrant Oman. The coastal areas are covered with gardens, small oases and farms with grapes, lemons and dates. Fruits typical of a warm climate. The sea breeze blows in, bringing cool vapors, making this place one of the most comfortable climates in the Middle East. Oman's climate is very stable. Temperatures rarely drop below 20 degrees Celsius all year round. This makes Oman a perfect destination for tourists who want to escape the cold winters in Europe. Because just come to Oman, you will have warm sunshine, there are clear blue skies, there are gentle mornings by the sea, and there are peaceful evenings under the starry sky of the desert. Besides nature, Oman is also known for its long history. That history is most clearly shown through the more than 500 ancient forts, towers and castles that still exist today. Each building is a story, a mark of a vibrant commercial period, a testament to the resilient spirit of the people here. When you pass through those old stone walls, you will feel the breath of history still present, very close. That's the nature of Oman, half wild, half gentle, and all blend into a very unique, very unforgettable beauty. When talking about Oman, it is impossible not to mention Muscat, the current capital of this country, a coastal city stretching along the Gulf of Oman, a place where you will immediately see the subtle blend of traditional architecture and modernity gradually taking shape. Muscat is not a city of skyscrapers, not noisy, not bustling like the big cities of the Middle East. Instead, Muscat has its own beauty, a gentle pace of life, white-painted houses dotted with blue domes, and old neighborhoods that have retained their identity for hundreds of years. All of this creates a peaceful feeling, as if the city is telling its history with a modern breath. But what makes Oman truly different is a fact that many people have never heard of. That is, there was a time when the capital of Oman was not in the Middle East, but in Africa. That is the island of Zanzibar, now part of Tanzania. In the 19th century, Oman was a powerful empire in the Indian Ocean. From Muscat, their influence spread down to East Africa, covering the most important sea trade routes of the time. Thanks to that prosperity, the then Sultan chose Zanzibar as his place of residence, and even moved his capital there. This place became the commercial, cultural, and political center of the Omani Empire for many decades. This event shows something very special. Oman was not just an ordinary Middle Eastern country. They were once a maritime power, controlling the trade routes connecting Asia, Africa, the Middle East. And it was this expansion that brought Omani Islamic culture to many distant lands, leaving a mark that is still seen in East Africa today. When looking at Oman today, a peaceful, safe, and calm country, few would expect that they once had such a strong history. Muscat today is just part of the story, a peaceful part of an empire that once stretched out to the vast ocean. Oman, therefore, is not only beautiful in nature, but also beautiful in the depth of history that you can feel with every step. To fully understand Oman, we cannot ignore the economic story, the factor that has shaped the appearance of this country for many decades. And if we had to choose the most prominent point, it would be oil and gas. For many years, oil and gas have been the backbone of the Oman economy, accounting for more than 95% of total export value. The oil fields found in the vast desert have brought in revenue that helped Oman modernize its infrastructure, develop education, and improve the quality of life of its people. And although its reserves are not among the highest in the world, Oman is still one of the notable oil and gas producing countries in the Middle East. Interestingly, Oman is not a member of OPEC. They choose to follow their own path, an independent, flexible strategy suitable for the size and development goals of the country. And thanks to that flexibility, Oman has maintained stability in many volatile periods of the global energy market. Among Oman's oil purchasing partners, China is the largest customer. About 3/4 of Oman's oil exports are shipped to China each year, followed by Japan and India. This shows Oman's important position in the energy supply for Asia, a region with large demand and stable growth. In addition to oil and gas, agriculture in Oman accounts for a small proportion due to harsh natural conditions. However, the country is still famous for some typical products: dates, lemons, and some cereals grown in oases and coastal areas with temperate climates. These products do not bring in much revenue, but they contribute to preserving the traditional agricultural identity of the Omani people. It is worth noting that in recent decades, the Omani government has been making strong efforts to diversify the economy. They know that oil will not be a mainstay forever. Therefore, tourism is considered a new spearhead industry. If in 1970 the whole country did not have a single hotel, today, Oman has hundreds of hotels, resorts, and accommodations that meet international standards. Tourism is becoming a bridge connecting Oman with the world, a more sustainable economic sector. And it is also a way for this country to share its cultural and natural beauty with international friends. Thank you for taking the time to explore the story of Oman with me. I hope this little journey has given you the feeling of broadening your perspective, touching new things, and nurturing your love for faraway lands. I hope that on every upcoming trip, you will always find unexpected beauty, peaceful moments, and stories that warm your heart. If you love cultural journeys, people, and unique lands around the world, Don't forget to subscribe to the Map Humanity channel to accompany me in the next videos. And don't forget to leave a positive comment, a gentle feeling, a beautiful thought, to spread good energy to the community watching with you. I hope you always find miracles on every journey you take. When it comes to Oman, what surprises many tourists the most is the almost absolute safety level of this country. In a region often viewed with negative stereotypes, Oman goes in a completely different direction. No dangerous incidents, no instability, no factors that make tourists worry. It is considered one of the countries with the most stable security environment in the world. Crime rate is extremely low. The people are gentle, polite, and very respectful of foreigners. When you are on the road, whether day or night, the general feeling is always pleasant, quiet, and safe. This safety is part of the reason why Oman is increasingly attracting international tourists. Tourists can freely explore the desert, visit coastal cities, or stroll in the old quarters without worrying about anything. This is truly a place for you to experience culture, nature, and people in a space of complete peace. When mentioning Oman, many people will think of deserts, blue seas, or peaceful cities. But Oman also has interesting facts that not everyone knows. Those little things create a very different picture of this special Islamic country. The longest reigning sultan in the Middle East, one of the most revered figures in Oman, is Sultan Qaboos. He reigned for 50 years, from 1970 to 2020, and is considered the person who brought Oman into the modern era. Under his leadership, Oman changed almost completely, from infrastructure, education, healthcare to international relations. The people of Oman always remember him with gratitude and deep respect. After his death, the leadership was passed to his nephew, Sultan Haitham, now 66 years old. He continues to maintain stability and move towards sustainable development, keeping the country's peaceful spirit. Omanis, good shipbuilders. Because they are surrounded by sea on three sides, Oman has a long tradition of maritime navigation. Centuries ago, Omanis used wooden boats to cross the sea, trading with East Africa, India, Persia, and many other lands. Therefore, shipbuilding became an inseparable part of their culture. Today, some coastal cities in Oman are still known as world-famous shipbuilding and repair centers. Oman's traditional manual shipbuilding techniques are still preserved as a proud cultural feature. No railways, no forests. A surprising fact for many tourists, Oman is one of 27 countries in the world without railways. All travel activities mainly rely on roads and air. Not only that, Oman has absolutely no natural forests. This comes from the harsh desert climate, little rain making it difficult for trees to grow over large areas. However, the oases and coastal areas are green and full of life in their own way. Arabian horse, royal pride. When talking about the most beautiful horse in the world, people will immediately think of Arabian horses. And Oman is one of the most famous places for raising and breeding this noble horse breed. With an elegant stance, high tail, slightly curved neck, and strong personality, Arabian horses are considered a symbol of luxury and nobility. In Oman, they are not just livestock, but a part of culture, history, and national pride. Agarwood, white gold of Oman. Agarwood is considered one of the highest quality agarwood in the world. Since ancient times, agarwood has been an important source of income for this country, lasting for 6,000 years, even being valued higher than gold. This precious incense was once used for royalty, religious ceremonies, and many traditional purposes. Today, the agarwood forest in southern Oman has been recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site, a testament to its special historical and cultural value. Door culture, the strange beauty of Oman. Walking along the old streets, you will see intricately carved doors. Not only in fortresses or palaces, even simple houses have doors with unique patterns. They are symbols of hospitality, aesthetics, and long-standing traditions. Mountain Dew, the national drink. Another surprise, the most popular drink in Oman is not tea or coffee. It is Mountain Dew. This soft drink appears everywhere, from small shops to family gatherings. And in Oman, to use alcoholic beverages, you need a license, a typical regulation of this country. Looking back at Oman, we can easily see that this is one of the most unique Islamic countries in the world, a land that is both mysterious and modern. While retaining its historical depth, it also offers a sense of safety, gentleness, and hospitality. Oman has a long-standing civilization where ancient fortresses, ancient trading routes, and vestiges of the Indian Ocean Empire still exist. This country once owned a powerful maritime empire, with influence spreading to East Africa and South Asia. That mark is not only on the historical map, but also in the pride and calm demeanor of the people here. Mentioning Oman is mentioning a country of safety, a place where visitors can comfortably walk, explore the desert, watch the sea, or visit the old towns without having to worry about anything. Stable security, extremely low crime, friendly and respectful people, all create an environment worth living, worth visiting, and worth experiencing. In addition, Oman is also a land of rich oil, of typical fruits, of precious agarwood, and of the sophisticated carving culture that appears on every door. These elements combine to create a very unique identity, which is difficult to mix with any other country in the Middle East. Oman is the intersection of nature, history, and people, and what makes Oman beautiful is that harmony. From the story of Oman, we can draw an important lesson. Peace and true value do not come from ostentation, but from the way each person preserves their identity, lives in harmony, and knows how to open their hearts to the world. Oman does not need noise to stand out. They move forward with steadfastness, by respecting history, and by being gentle with international friends. In our current life, each of us can be strong in that way. No rush, no comparison, just be patient, kind, and keep our own good things.